T. I would take T. Introverted, extrovert. There is this actor. He's called Deniz Can Aktaş. I don't know if that's how they say it, but he's a Turkish actor. Like, he acts with his eyes. He has the charisma. He's handsome. Yeah. Well, calls. I'm a calls person. Okay, if we are in a relationship, I prefer calls. But if we are friends, it's not that deep, we're not close, please text. Instagram, yeah. Unprepared. Being unprepared is worse. To me, I feel like it's worse. You can be late, but when you're prepared, you're confident, yeah. So being unprepared is worse, yeah. The most difficult question is, tell me about yourself. Oh my goodness. If you're not strong, you can mess up. Definitely, I'm a soft life girl. Like, I would choose soft life over and over again. Like, there's no reward in hustling, there's no reward in struggling. Yeah. Hi my beautiful people, hi my Gen Z lovers of Christ. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Gen Z lovers of Christ, where we keep it real and rooted in the word. Well, today we are going to talk about how to prepare for an interview. You know, many of us are looking for jobs, many of us want jobs, and jobs are scarce. Okay, the market is so competitive because most of us are graduating with the same courses, so the number of graduates is more than the jobs available. So how do you prepare for an interview, and how do you make sure that you outstand your opponents? Being a Christian does not mean that you shouldn't prepare. Being a Christian does not mean that you should not do anything and wait on the Lord, because even the Bible tells us that faith without actions is dead faith. So we're going to prepare for an interview, and here are the few things that you need to look out for. Number one, study about the company. Make research about the company. Get to know, what does the company do, what are the values, what is the mission, what is the vision, because at the end of the day, the company is employing you to make sure that they achieve their vision, mission, and uphold their core values. So of course, if you make research about the company, it's going to be easy for you to back that interview. Go on the websites, go on the social media platforms, see what they are posting, see what they are into, get to know the different things that relate to that particular company, and trust me, you won't regret it, because even when you're being asked questions in the interview, you're able to relate because you have basic knowledge about that particular company. Yeah. Number two, so we all know that when you're being interviewed, of course, they're going to ask you this particular question: tell me about yourself. So when you are answering that particular question, I want you to look at your past, your present, and your future. So you can be like, I'm a recent graduate of business administration from Makerere University. Okay, that is your past. Right now, I'm an intern at XYZ company, and I've come here looking for this particular job because I believe I'm the best for this particular job, and hoping to work for you. You know, be confident. Be very confident when you're answering that question. Be natural, smile, and whoever is asking you a question, please look them in the eye. Like, just be confident about it, because you've come for an interview, and you have to make sure that you leave when you're confident about it, because there are interviews that you go for and you're like, oh my god, I would have done better, I would have answered better, maybe I would have researched more, maybe I would have done this, but it's gone. So before the time reaches, I want you to prepare for that particular question. Step number 3, I want you to prepare success stories or career stories. So of course, you've worked for particular companies, and there are different things that you have done. Probably there was a challenge. Are you a team player? If there was a challenge in the team, how did you solve it? If there is this particular thing that you cannot forget, how can you solve it? How can you bring up a solution? Because we are going to employ you wanting a solution, okay, not someone that is going to bring problems. Okay, yeah. So I want you to look at the STAR. The formula is STAR: situation, task, Action and result. Look at the situation, act upon it. Let us make sure we have a result, okay, and act. Yeah, because these people are not employing you based on theory. They want to employ the person that has experienced it, the person that has brought a solution. For example, while you were working at XYZ company, was there a challenge in the team? Yes, there was. Which challenge was it? It was this and this and this. How did you solve it? What did you do to solve the problem? Okay, so that is very, very important. And whenever you're answering such a particular question, I want you to look at the STAR formula. Number 4. Now this one is really, really very, very important, because the first impression you give leads the room. Okay, so either you lead the room or you're led out of the room. Okay, so you have to be smart and neat. Preparation includes your smartness. You have to be smart. You have to look confident. You have to look well kept. Your nails are supposed to be short and clean. Your hair is supposed to be neat. Okay, your dressing is supposed to be decent, neat. Okay, so as you are prepared for that interview, make sure that you're smart, make sure that you look presentable, because even when you are smart, even when you feel you've dressed to the best of your ability, okay, you are confident even when you're answering questions. Because let me tell you something, sometimes the interview starts with how you're dressed. Sometimes the interview starts with how you have presented yourself. And before you speak, people are going to look at you and they weigh the amount of respect they're going to accord to your name or to you. Yeah. Number 5, pray. As you are preparing, pray. Because as I said, that the market is so competitive. There are so many students, graduates that are leaving uni with the same courses, with the same bachelors, and the jobs are scarce. So what are you going to do to outstand? You're going to pray. And when you pray, pray for the grace and the wisdom and the favor to help you answer the questions wisely, the grace to outstand all those particular opponents, okay, and pray for the intelligence. Okay, so you have to pray, because there are so many people wanting the job. Sometimes we even go extra miles to fast for that particular job, because I mean, everyone wants a job. But what are you doing to outstand? What are you doing to be better? What are you doing? Sometimes God has to speak for you before you speak for yourself. In that the moment you enter the interview room, God has already spoken for you. God has already showered you with favor, with wisdom to understand and answer those particular questions the best way possible for you to bag the interview. Now, as you are practicing, okay, I want you to record yourself. Call a friend and rehearse with them. A friend that you trust, a friend that wishes you well. Call them and rehearse with them about those particular questions and answers that you are preparing, or that you have prepared for your interview. Personally, I had a friend that I called, and they were asking me questions. They were telling me what to do. This is how you answer this. If you answer like this, they might ask such a particular question. So how are you going to go about it? So make sure you have that particular person that you can actually reach out to and ask, okay? Because they can help you boost your confidence. They help you see the things that you have not yet seen when you are revising or preparing alone. After doing all this, and let's say you don't get the job, and let's say you're not shortlisted, and let's say you're not picked, well, sometimes some people say that rejection is redirection in the right direction. But then it's also imperative to note that the Bible says that I alone know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a bright future. So this tells us that even when it fails, even when you're not chosen, even when you're not shortlisted, there is a job out there for you. And the fact that you prayed and it didn't go through, probably God has something better for you. So do not lose hope. Do not say God doesn't make things work. Do not say God is incapable. Do not say God is not doing what he said that he will do, because God is not man that he should lie, and God did not put us on earth to suffer. So I'm here to tell you that in case you do everything and you don't get the job, it is okay. Just try to look into yourself and look at your weaknesses. Do a SWOT analysis of yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is the opportunity? What are the threats? Okay, so look at that, analyze yourself, and see how best you can improve in that. The next time you go for an interview, okay, last time I wasn't confident enough while answering questions. This time I'm going to improve. Last time I wasn't smart, but this time I'm going to be smart. Okay, last time I didn't do a background check on the company that I'm applying to, but maybe this time I should go deeper so that I understand what they are doing. Okay, so you find solutions. Do not beat yourself up for failing to get the interview, for failing to get shortlisted, because these things happen. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for paying attention. I love you so much. If there is anything out there that you feel like you can submit, you can add on to this video, please comment it in the section below, for other people to actually see it. If there is something that you have learned in this video, you can kindly share it to other people. And once again, I want to say that thank you so much for loving our channel, for being here with us, Gen Z lovers of Christ. Do not forget, favor is with you, but preparation matters. Okay, faith without actions is dead faith. You're supposed to act on it for God to activate it fully. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for listening. May God bless you so much. If you're going for an interview and you're watching this, may God go before you, may His grace find you, and may He bless you in the right places that you're supposed to be. I love you so much, Gen Z lovers of Christ. Bye bye.